Hi, I'm Tony De La Rosa. For this edition of Keeping Faith, I spent a week with some 5,000 Presbyterian youth and adult volunteers here at Purdue University for the 2016 Youth Triennium.
Triennium means that I get to worship with 5,000 of my closest friends.
5,000 people running to worship, like teenagers, it's impressive.
5,000 of the same people who love the same God and don't mind talking about it.
Triennium is, for me, a sense of community.
En Hispanias es maravillosa. Wow!
The energy and excitement of their faith and their desire for the church to be a place of spiritual adventure is contagious. Where might they take the church in the 21st century? Watch.
I believe that your willingness to listen and to try to understand people who are different from you is one of your gifts. Go and do the hard work of listening, of engaging, and of looking for those the church has ignored.
I feel they have a very powerful spirit. They're really, curious to know more about every person they meet.
They have packed into every activity that we've had. If it was their small group, they have come in droves. They have sat outside. If it was the prayer center, the lines have gone down the stairwells.
And so my encouragement to you today is this. Remember, you're not meant to carry stuff around. God says, I'll do it for you. But you've got to involve God in everything you do. God loves you, and there ain't a thing you can do about it.
It's way more relevant than I thought it would be. You can actually go forth with your faith and do things to help others.
It's making me do more than I thought I could do. It's making me want to help my community a lot more.
What are things you've learned?
The concept that everyone here loves God just as much as I do, it blows my mind.
With talks with Tony, I've been understand how other people feel about Christianity, how they feel about the church and the church doctrine. Youth today are not necessarily looking for the old individualized Christianity where salvation is seen as a transaction, but more of a community feel.
I think the talks with Tony was a really great experience because you're talking about things that you wouldn't even normally talk about.
How many of your churches collect the Pentecost offering? You do?
Maybe. They probably do.
Because the Pentecost offering helps to pay for training.
Well, I guess for me, one of the biggest things that I learned was, it actually came from our second pastor, Anna, was that, I matter. I'm called to do two things. I'm called to put God first, and I'm called to love my neighbor as myself. And I want people to see that side of the church. That's what I want.
We are in an era that is changing a lot, and we need to definitely be in front of that change and make sure that we start accepting all people and that we learn how to change.
There's a lot of enthusiasm. There are kids here who are very devout. There are kids who are trying to figure out what they believe, but they're all welcome here, and that's a really wonderful thing. And they know that they are loved. And the way that worship has been done this week, I think, is worship of the future.
Going back into my community and just expressing the love of God to everyone that I meet and recognizing that everyone is made in the image of God and they need and deserve love the way that I need and deserve love.
Thanks for joining us for Keeping Faith and for being part of God's family as we engage in Presbyterian mission to transform the world. And may the peace of the risen Christ be with you.
Anything else when you come?
I can't wait to come back in 3 years. I also want to go back and talk to Tony.